Bell in the National Football League.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on speed over parts of the offense, and hopefully he springs a receiver or two free.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 62 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect to maybe throw a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. In motion is Welker. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw it. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. To throw is Brady. It's complete to Gronkowski. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now Brady again. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. The completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Quick throw by Brady complete. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 2. And the Patriots 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now a handoff running on tackle right. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Pats will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. So that's 7 plays in length. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. They'll have the speedy Tyrod Taylor calling the shots, the former Virginia Tech Hokie.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown! A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders are able to straighten up quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. The extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. teams had it. Each team has scored 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone and marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they did an excellent job moving the ball through the... Secondary getting pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. 3rd and 4. Here's Brady to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded inside the 5. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense led by their running back headed out for the second session. And he's been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we'll see much more of him as this game goes along. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true. Nice drive. How about this? He's to the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this is going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Now Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a first carry from our fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, number 6 overall. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. New England's offense set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing now is Brady. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he will have the Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This is Leslie. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
In motion is Welker. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And the Raiders pick it up. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
Turnover differential.
without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know you still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be second and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Number 42. A 7-yard loss.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Short throw complete to Gronkowski. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. As we transition into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they are on a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
2nd and 6. Pushes him over. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. From the pistol, McFadden run. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had his eyes on that one being bigger.
McFadden again. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now.
Now in the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run it. Here's McFadden. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to convert it, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Again to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the Patriots' 38-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
What the?
A wild throw there, and it is
What the? What?
picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And the Patriots are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped short soundness during this series. So that would be even worse now. As they can happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2 yards, the ball is 2nd and 12.
35-yard line.
Now Brady. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he was looking for the check out. Didn't get it. That scoots it all the way to the end zone now. The Raiders are ready to go. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit, or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point, and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And the A gain of 14.
Running again and again, it's McFadden. And this defense is able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9.
Operating from the gun. Pryor. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him. And it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. In motion is Welker. Now fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now flags come in. Look like one of the Patriots might have moved. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Brady going to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he lets him in too much. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Brady now throws. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Ships by him. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. First down, along with McFadden. They find some open field here. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. They'll look to throw here on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Looking to throw. Pryor. He finds his man. Complete. That's 4th. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Pryor. And this is going to be incomplete.
Continued struggles here in the second quarter. To me, you can pin a lot of that on an inability to convert 3rd downs. Add that most recent incompletion to the list of examples.
And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Here's Brady. On the throw, letting too much that time. It's incomplete. Brady Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Patriots are going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Shotgun now for Brady. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Brady. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
To throw is Brady. That's caught at the 25. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Nowhere to turn this time. He goes down. Sack back at the 29. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gould, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's run the ball well at this point of the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing. And the 3rd quarter starts with a run by McFadden. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 205 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. McFadden up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up the 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Pryor. Pitch and catch here to Cook. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down 5.
Operating from the gun. Pryor. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Pryor. And they'll work this down inside the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. So following the fumble, this offense will get another shot at it as they quickly head back onto the field. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. Up the middle, McFadden. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Pryor. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. This is fielded at the 27th. Able to slither by. And he'll take a shot. Now in Foxborough. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them come down and score touchdowns. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime. Down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is you got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to flash together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. No gain on that one as it brings up the 3rd and 10. Right where this set down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got a man, complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So signs of life, and it's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little punt pass here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Pryor. Caught left side to Crabtree. They wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football, he's not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up. He's just trying to play through.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they run on 1st down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge. And that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Second and 12 at the 21-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And he's going to have a Raider first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this is caught. But what a performance. All those points put on the board. And Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange. From the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band. Sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin. Flex these bars on a dolphin fin. Life's too short, but I can't complain. Doing backflips on a candy cane. Ride my scooter with a cape at night. And I'ma high five me a traffic light. I blink twice, then I teleport. Got kicked out at the Trump resort. Bought this cloud on a payment plan.